Right then, people, I've got a red setting here because my face is about to turn red. Not because I've been on the sunbeds, definitely not the weather in Newcastle. So I'm going to go into rant mode. I'm getting angry. I'm sick of it. Now, this has happened over the weekend, so it's Monday. So I've had time to just settle down. All the content came out from the match day yesterday. Nice little day off, Sunday, the day of rest. So I'm not doing it then, but I've had loads of messages off you lot saying, Maddie, what do you think of this? Might you respond to this? Because it went crazy on Twitter. The video of Sky Sports reporter Mark McAdam mentioning Arsenal after Isak scored for Newcastle. So we're going to get into all of that. All of that soon, mate. But shout out to our sponsors on this one. This video is brought to you by StocksFC. StocksFC is the football stock market where you can buy stocks in your favourite players and earn cash rewards based on real world performances. And they are giving away 5 free stocks to every user that signs up this month through my link in the description or the QR code on your screen. So that gives you a chance to get started and get familiarised with the platform. You can scout young new prodigies and buy them early before the price potentially rises. So check the link in the description to get yourself 5 free loan stocks and begin your journey with StocksFC. And actually just a quick bit of transfer news and update on Miguel Almiron's situation. Fabrizio Romano tweeted this morning, Almiron has left Newcastle United and joined Atlanta United. It's a here we go by Romano, a verbal agreement sealed between all parties for a 4.5-year contract. Mickey's done well, hasn't he? And he's getting a 4.5-year deal. I mean, it is the MLS. They're all just slowing down, eating pretzels every match, so it'll be a breeze for him. Fee of $12 million. Now, also, it's came out by Keith Downey from Sky Sports News that it's $8 million plus $3 million in add-ons. So that's about right. And Almiron is set to travel for medical tests. He's going to be sealing that move this week. So we've been talking about it for a couple of weeks now. Almiron at Atlanta United. It's on course to being completed this week. Newcastle's first major outgoing of the January transfer window on the, check me watch, 27th of January. Now remember, this window actually closes on the 3rd of February. This January transfer window extends into February a little bit on this winter window because of the games that are playing this weekend. They've decided to extend it until Monday the 3rd of February. So let's hope Newcastle get a replacement in. Unlikely, if you believe all the reports and, Eddie Howe saying, again, unlikely to do any business because of FFP and PSR, but you never know, something might pop up. And a player might become available like Anthony Gordon did a couple of January windows ago. I'm keeping my fingers crossed for that anyways. But right then, let's move on to the main topic of the video, and that is the question across social media the past couple of days with Sky Sports apparently having an agenda against Newcastle United because they continuously push for Alexander Isak to sign for Arsenal. Now this is all kicked off because of the original video from Mark McAdam, who was doing the live commentary for Soccer Saturday at St Mary's, and in the video he mentions Isak signing for Arsenal. After he scores for Newcastle, the first thing that pops into his head is like, oh yeah, well, the future Arsenal signing. Obviously he doesn't really see that, but he may as well. Do you know what I mean? He mentions Arsenal after scoring a goal for Newcastle. This isn't a transfer show that he's doing. This isn't a back of the page show that he's doing. He's just talking about the game. He's a commentator. All you have to do is talk about what your eyes are watching, and that's the match. He's not watching Isak in red and white. He's not watching him play at the Emirates. He's watching him play for Newcastle at St Mary's. So why on earth does it come into his head to mention the fact of the Arsenal rumours? It's not like he's even playing Arsenal. If you just scored against Arsenal, like he did a couple of weeks ago in the Carabao, then I would understand it. He'd be like, oh, Arsenal have looked at this man for a long time, scouted him a few years ago, still want him now. Could he be the one to solve their puzzle up front and win them the league? I'd get that if it was against Arsenal. I'd get that once or twice. But the whole reason everyone's going mental now on social media is because it's constantly pushed down our throats and everywhere. It's not just Sky Sports. Sky Sports are the focus this one because of this video. All the papers and then all the other fans are saying, well, he's going to join Arsenal, isn't he? He's going to Arsenal any minute now. Can't wait for him to go to Arsenal. Well, when's he going to Arsenal? When's Arsenal bidding for Isak? Has Isak signed for Arsenal yet? I mean, I love this picture here. Big up Evermore and UFC for this one. Sky Sports have even introduced a new channel. Right alongside the Formula 1, right alongside the golf. This one might have replaced NBA. Isak to Arsenal. When's it happening? Just live updates throughout the whole day. Wouldn't be surprised. Because it has went beyond ridiculous now. It is an absolute joke how often they are mentioning Isak to Arsenal. It is, man, it is. And obviously I used to work for Sky, did some freelance reporting for them. I've been on the channel many a times on different programmes. And obviously, shout out Keith Down, he's got me on Sky Sports lots of time. And I really rate Keith. He's a top journalist, great reporter, great bloke. And he actually got involved in this as well, where he is sticking up for Mark, and he has a right to do that in certain things that he's saying. But Keith was then waiting for examples, and if I just check now, he still hadn't replied because. And Keith, mate, if Keith's watching, he shouldn't have got involved, mate, because it's just never going to end for him. Where they talk about the fact that he's given out loads of examples. So I'll just bring it up now. Like I say, you can have a look on social media for this one. There's loads of different examples that got brought forward and loads of different replies from Keith. Just so I get things right, I'll click on Keith's page to make sure he hasn't replied to anyone yet about that. No, he hasn't, because Keith put there, I'm awaiting the examples. I can't acknowledge anything unless shown it. I've not seen it. I don't waste my time with it. It wouldn't annoy me if I was a fan. I'd take it as a compliment. And then obviously everyone went back to Keith and gave him loads of examples of loads of different times. Sky have mentioned the fact of Isak going to Arsenal. Should he go to Arsenal? Will he go to Arsenal? When's he going to Arsenal? So yeah, it's out of hand. It is out of hand. It's a joke how many times it's getting mentioned. It's ridiculous, and it has to stop now. Because to be fair, right, Keith had a great interview with Anthony Gordon a couple of months back when Gordon was continuously getting linked with Liverpool and other moves. And Anthony Gordon himself admitted that it unsettled him and it distracted him from his game. So there you go. And it will distract footballers. You think of every time they open the phone and the mates are sending them links, or people he's scrolling through Instagram and they probably follow Sky Sports. Seeing Sky Sports and seeing he's linked here and he's linked there and he's getting sent DMs, and every time he goes on Twitter there's rumours, or when he's in the street and people are asking him, are you going here, are you doing that? It's relentless, it's non-stop. And the amount of the agenda and narrative that is pushed even further than the Gordon one, way more on the Isak to Arsenal stuff. It's all we've heard since he bloody signed for Newcastle. Just because he was rumoured to go to Arsenal a few years back and he wears the number 40 and they want him to be the next Thierry Henry, it's inevitable that he's going to sign for them apparently. And he might do. Listen, if Arsenal have got the money, and they can put up for him, 150 minimum, by the way, so I don't think they've got the money. And I'll be honest, I've said it before on Arsenal Fan TV, and I'll say it again after the second leg, hopefully, that he won't sign for them. Why would he say Arsenal is a sideways step at the minute? We hopefully will knock Arsenal out the Carabao Cup. He's got more chance to win a trophy at Newcastle. Why is he going to move to Arsenal? He's going to get Champions League football with Newcastle maybe. Why would he move to Arsenal? He's the main man here, loved, adored. He could break Shearer's record. He's 100 goals off that now. Why is he going to move to Arsenal? If Man City came in, get it. Real Madrid, get it. Bayern Munich, maybe get it. These big teams that win trophies, Arsenal haven't won a trophy in 5-6 years. The FA Cup. Arsenal haven't won a Premier League in over 20 years. They've never won a European trophy. What's he going to get on Arsenal for? I don't get it. I get they're a big club, they've got a huge following, great fan base, great stadium, all of that, whatever. But they're not like serial winners. This isn't Man City we're talking about. This isn't even Liverpool we're talking about. Yeah, so it does my head in how this keeps getting pushed. It keeps getting pushed and it's an absolute piss take. But back to the thing anyways, starting to get angry. Luke Edwards had quoted this tweet, and this has now had a few million views. Striker scores for Newcastle, so let's talk about Arsenal signing him immediately. And that's the point, that's the point there. He puts Newcastle 2-1 the lead. And Mark, this Sky Sports reporter, who I'm sure is a great bloke, normally very good at his job, but this time he's had a nightmare, and it is live, so, he can't make mistakes, but it doesn't make sense. And I'm not fully behind the whole foil hats on and Sky Sports are telling the reporters to say certain things and always push Isak. I don't believe that. But what I will say is that it's a bit boring now. I know the transfer window has been a bit boring, so maybe that's why they've not got many moves to talk about. But my God, every single time there's a chance, it's always Arsenal. It's always Isak. What else is happening? Do you know what I mean? Man City saying 4 players this window. You barely hear anything about them. I'd like some more info on Omar Mamouche. Looks a great little player. Can you tell us a bit more about him? Someone who's actually signed for a club? Nah, we'll just talk about Isak inevitably leaving Newcastle for the Gunners. Bollocks, man. Absolute bollocks. And it is boring now. It is too much. It's went too far. And it needs to stop now. Can we please stop the narrative, the agenda, the push for it? Because I'm really hoping that these other reports are right. That Isak could and wants to sign a new contract this summer. Newcastle are going to offer him a big increase on his current wage. They're going to offer him an extension on... By the way, he's already got about 3 years left still. Still 3 years to go on his current deal. But, make him the highest paid player. Maybe even give him the number 9. Or just keep him 14. I don't mind that. He might like 14, whatever. But, like I said earlier, he is pushing for that number 9 record from Shearer. From our famous number 9, the goal scoring achievement of that is possible. His goal scoring record at Newcastle is ridiculous for Alexander Isak. So if he stays at Newcastle for a few years, you could see him breaking Shearer's record, no doubt about it. There's another incentive. Hopefully Newcastle are on the up. We are. It looks that way. We're hopefully going to get another final. We're hopefully going to get back to European football. We're hopefully going to spend some bastard money this year, if FFP and PSR allows us. So yeah, man, I'm just bored of it. I could go into way more examples and loads more, but check them out yourself on social media. It is just annoying now. It is relentless. I'm looking forward to the window ending for hopefully them to stop talking about Isak, but then again, all it'll be is, oh, Isak's only got a few months left at Newcastle. Oh, Isak's going to be signing in a few months' time. That's all we're going to hear, isn't it? Hey, my days, man. Jesus Christ. I really hope Isak bangs against Arsenal once more and just gives it one of them. Do you know what I mean? Does a little signature. Something like that would be nice. But I can't see Isak going to Arsenal. I can't, because I think we're on a good momentum. Arsenal are falling at the last hurdle in terms of trophies anyways. And Newcastle are on the right path. You know, Newcastle are on the right path, and hopefully that's proven in the Carabao Cup second leg next week, which I'm already getting a bit nervous for. Even though we're 2-0 up. Let's hope Isak bangs and we'll get through and we'll get back Wembley. And this time, we're going to lift a trophy. But there's my quick thoughts on that one. The agenda has to stop now. It's really boring. The examples every day. Surely there's more transfer rumours than just Isak to Arsenal all the bloody time. Let us know what you think in the comments below. Remember, you can scan that QR code or check out the link in the description to get your 5 free loan stocks for StocksFC. Put your money where your mouth is. Get your ball knowledge in your portfolio so you can earn some cash. Nice one, everyone. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.